Welcome to Home Library Book Review Children Series, where we select a book right from the shelf and explain its content through easy to understand text, graphics, example, and animation, along with discussion with family members. Today, we are doing review on the book The Very Best of Panchatantra. Originally written in Sanskrit, this book is the oldest collection of Indian fables. Each story has a moral theme that has stood the test of time. The stories of Panchatantra teach us how to understand people, how to solve problems through tact and wisdom, how to live in peace and harmony. Let's begin with the first story of the carpenter and the monkey. There was a group of monkeys who lived near a small carpenter's village. They would feed on the nuts and bananas that the carpenters and their families would throw out to them. But there was one monkey who was very curious. He was always warned by his friends, "Don't let your curiosity get you into trouble." But the monkey would always reply, "I am more intelligent than all of you. I like to know about new things, and that is not bad at all." One day, the curious monkey sat watching a carpenter who was splitting a log of wood with two wedges. He first drove the smaller wedge into the crack so as to keep it open. When the crack became bigger, he put in a bigger wedge and pulled out the smaller wedge. The monkey thought, "How interesting is that? I wish I could do it too." So he sat patiently, waiting for carpenters to leave. Soon it was lunchtime, and the carpenters decided to go home for their meal. The monkey was delighted and jumped into carpenter's seat. Unfortunately for him, his tail slipped into the crack of wood. He put in the first wedge just the way carpenter had done, but he had forgotten the other steps and pulled out the first wedge before hammering the second one. The two sides of the woods instantly sprang together, catching the monkey's tail in between. The monkey was now trapped in pain. Soon he saw carpenters walking towards him. They saw the trapped monkey and realized what he had done. They gave him a sound beating and let him go. The monkey ran back to his friends but had learned never to meddle with other people's things. The moral of the story is, don't poke your nose into other people's business. Let's move on to the second story, The Crows and the Evil Snake. On an old banyan tree lived a family of crows, the father crow, mother crow, and the small baby crows. They lived happily until one day a snake came to live in the hole in the same tree. The father crow said to the mother crow, "We have to be very careful. We now have an ugly neighbor." Mother crow kept a watchful eye over the children and her eggs. One day, the crows had gone out to fetch food for the children. The evil snake slithered up the tree and ate the babies. When Mother and Father Crow returned, they were shocked to see some of their babies missing. Mother Crow looked around crying but could not find. Father Crow knew what happened, so he said, "Tomorrow I will go alone to get the food. You take care of the babies." But the evil snake slithered up the tree and ate the babies right in front of Mother Crow. She fought and tried to peck at him. But the snake was too quick. He gulped the babies and rushed back into his hole. That evening, Father Crow returned home to find Mother Crow weeping. He was very sad and angry and decided to take help of the wise old fox who gave them a plan. The next morning, the crows flew to the river bank where the ladies of the royal family would come every day for bath. Mother Crow picked up the pearl necklace and started flying back to the tree. Father Crow cawed loudly to attract the attention of the servants. One of the ladies saw her necklace flying away and shouted, "Guards, what are you doing? Catch that crow who is flying with my necklace." The guards ran after the crow. Soon, Mother Crow reached the tree and threw the necklace into the snake's hole. The servants reached the tree and put a long stick inside the hole to pull out the necklace. Instead of the necklace, the snake came out. He hissed at them angrily, but this time the servants were more powerful and they beat him to death with their sticks. Father Crow and Mother Crow were happy to see that they had killed the one who had eaten up their babies. Moral of the story is, wit can achieve nothing. Moving on to the third story, the turtle and the geese. There was a lovely pool in the middle of the forest, and there lived two white geese and a turtle. They all were very good friends. Sadly, one year the rains failed. There was no water to be found anywhere. All the plants and trees had dried because of heat. The pool had also completely dried. The geese decided to leave the pool and fly away to a greener place. They told the turtle, "Dear friend, we have to give sad news. We have decided to fly away to another land where there is plenty of water." Turtle was sad and replied, "My dear friends, we have been together for so long. How can you leave me and fly away? I will die here without the two of you." The geese thought for long. They loved their friend, but they had no choice. One of the geese said to the other, "What if we carry the turtle along with us?" The other goose replied, "But how can we? The turtle is too big to sit on our back. The wise turtle said, I have an idea. Let me get a stick. You two can hold the ends of the stick in your beaks. I will hold the center of the stick in my mouth and hang in the air. That is a good idea, but it's dangerous too, said one of the geese. If you open your mouth, you will fall down and die. Why would I do that if I loved my life? The turtle replied. So the geese held the stick in their beaks, with the turtle hanging in the center, and flew away. After traveling a short distance, the geese flew over a little village where some children were playing. The children looked up at the sky and laughed and screamed, Look! Have you ever seen something like this before? Look at the geese and turtle. The turtle was disturbed by all the screaming. He could not understand what was so funny about turtle being carried by two geese. The children continued to laugh and shout. The turtle lost his patience and opened his mouth to say, Why are you all laughing at me? But it was too late. He fell to the ground because of his foolishness, but did not die because it was blessed with a hard shell. The moral of the story is, destiny cannot be changed. Moving on to the fourth story, the cat, partridge, and the hare. There was once a partridge who lived under a tree. He had run out of food and decided to go and search in the nearby fields for it. In the meanwhile, a hare had seen the empty house under the tree and decided to make it its home. He started living in it. After a few days, the plump partridge missed his home and returned. He found the hare happily living in his home. The partridge got angry and asked, How can you live in my house? The hare replied, Who says this is your house? I found it and now it's mine. They both started shouting on each other and soon it became a fight. After hours of fighting, they decided to seek advice of the cat, whom every animal in the jungle listened to. They both went to the cat and gave their side of the story. The partridge said, I left home only for a few days to find food, and the hare took my house. The hare said, I did not know it was Partridge's home. It was empty when I saw it. So now it's my home as I live in it. The cat acted as if he could not hear and said, I am too old to hear from a distance. Please come closer and tell me your story. Finally, when the hare and the partridge were close enough, he pounced on them and ate them up. The foolish partridge and the hare lost their lives because they decided to seek advice from an enemy. This shows how losing your temper can make you lose all sense. The moral of the story is, in a fight between two, the mediator gains the most.
Thank you for watching our video. Please like and subscribe. Also press on the bell notification button for more videos like these. Until next time, take care and bye.